Hello, my people. It's good to see you. I know, it's been a minute, but I'm here. Adventure, fresh on my heels, hot on my heels, or fresh. It's a fresh adventure, so sure. Fresh and hot adventure, just arrived, I just got back, and I needed to tell you. And you might be like, well, why are you telling us? Fear not! I'm about to tell the tale. Let's roll. Hello, my people, and welcome to a wonderful day of telling a story. I know, it's been a minute, it's been a long minute, and I don't have a really good reason. You know, it's been a weird season. Has it been a weird season for you? I feel like it's been a weird season, the whole worldwide weird season. But, do I have an adventure for you? And here's the thing, when I go places, like whether it's to the mailbox or down to a different city or something like that, I'm on a lookout for adventure. I welcome it. I want the adventure because I want adventures in life, and I want to be able to tell the story because it's fun to do. But sometimes I wander into a situation and maybe I'm tired, like this situation, and I'm like, I'm not even looking for adventure, and then I walk in and it has already befallen me and I didn't even know. And so we're going to get into this story right here, but I just want you to know that by the time I got in and realized I was in an adventure, it had befallen me, and that is the correct use of that word, and I know that because I looked that word up. It doesn't exist, even though it theoretically could, so I have just created it and given a definition to it. You're welcome. Some of you know I used to work for the FAA, used to being the key word, because I no longer do that. But I got invited to go and film a video down in Albuquerque. That's so weird. It happens every time I say that. Anyways, I've never been to Albuquerque. But this was my first time, and I was excited to go down there. So I go down to the base. I'm down there. I'm filming on the airport. We're doing the different things, and it was super fun. I get done, and it's like, hey, you know what? I've been up since 3:45 a.m. It's time to go back to the hotel, get a little shut-eye before I go out into the great city of, I won't say it, and find something wonderful and delicious to eat. And so I go to my hotel, and I check in. And I give my card, I do my thing, I do all the things. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here. Where might the elevator be? I'm going to go, thank you. I'm going to go over there right now. And here's where we get into it. I go to the elevator. I've got my camera bag on, all my gear. It's super heavy, ready to go to my room. I walk into the elevator and I push the button. Now, this is the thing that I would have sworn that something was afoot, because the literal second I pushed the button, I might have even done that. I might have caused it. The second I pushed the button, boom, boom, the lights flashed on and off. What the crap did I do? Hello? Hello? The power went out in the building. I pushed the help button. Nothing. Not even like the little click like they're trying to call it. Nothing. I push the other buttons. There is also nothing. And I'd just like to add, prior to entering the elevator, I did not have to pee. As soon as this happens, all of a sudden, an overwhelming urge. This is not going to be good. I'm like already segregating out corners, like, okay, this is where we'll eat. Over here, that's where you'll have to take a leak. All right, I guess we'll sleep over here. So I'm looking around, I'm making decisions. I've now decided I shall be emperor of the elevator domain. None will be able to come in because I don't think they know I'm in here, and also none will be able to rule but me. But I know there's got to be something, so I start to look, and I start to look at the different things, and all of a sudden, okay, power's back on. We got lights, baby. All right, that's what I'm talking. Help button. Just the door open. No. All of a sudden, I turn into Buddy the Elf, just pushing all of. Okay, there was only 4 floors, so pushing all of the buttons, and then all of a sudden, it goes bing, and the light comes on the thing, and I can see the one, and I start pushing the door open button, and Slowest door open ever. You might think I'm exaggerating the slowness of the door, but this was it. And right as it gets to the halfway point, pretend I'm the door. Right as it gets to the halfway point, power goes out again. So now Mateo has to come over here and push the door open and slide in. But at least now I'm in a vestibule, and the vestibule has like an emergency light in there. Okay. Hello? Now here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that building codes haven't been made it down to the great city of Both the doors were closed and they were locked. Locked! And I'm like thinking, oh, that's fine. I'll turn the handle and I'll exit. No, you can't. Because when they're locked, you are locked. I am now thinking to myself, you must be on a hidden camera show or something like that for sure. Because there's no way that you got locked in the elevator and then you're locked in the room to the elevator room to the elevator. There's no way that that's possible, so you must be. So play it cool, all right? Don't be one of those guys that you see on the things and they're freaking out or whatever. So just be cool, all right? So I'm like, hello? Hello? Hello! All of a sudden, the door unlocks and the lady opens the door. Oh my gosh, were you inside the elevator? Yes, I was inside the elevator. How are you being so calm right now? I wasn't even in there and I am freaking out. Honestly thought I was on a hidden camera show. I thought it was a joke. But apparently, I'm lucky to have escaped with my life. As soon as I get into my room, hey, the power comes back on for just a few minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was really weird. And then all of a sudden, done. But at least I'm in my room, right? So I get my stuff, I change, I do my stuff. I go downstairs and I took a different set of stairs. Now this set of stairs was this was weird. Have you ever seen a building and you see the doors to the side of the building, but there's no handles on the outside of the doors? It's just like that you will not get in those doors. You can only come out of those. That's what this stairwell led to, and it just pops you out on the side of the building in the middle of like the cars are right here. They're like, and it's like, what? Where am I? What is going on? I walk around the entire hotel, all of it, and I walk in, and there's nobody in the front, whatever, except the lady at the front desk, the same one who checked me in, and she's now at the point where she's like, forget it, I'm done, this is it, and I like say hi, and she like looks at me and then just keeps walking. Apparently blackout was too much for Madame. Okay, all right, so I walk around, I literally go behind the counter, and in the office, I'm like, hello, hi, and there's the manager lady who found me and unlocked me out of the vestibule that I was locked in, that I thought I was on the hidden camera show. I just got off the phone with the power company, and the dust storm that came through knocked out a whole bunch of power. It's out all over the city. Okay, well, I guess I hope that we get it fixed soon enough, So I'll just go back to my room. Thank you. Appreciate all your help today. Thank you so much. And I go on my way back to my room. As I'm going back, there is a lady, a very old lady. Actually, she might not have been very old, but she might have just smoked all of the cigarettes and therefore looked like she was old. But she sounded like really old. Like she was like in the the quorum when they created dirt. Like she looked that old, and she was sitting there, and she's standing half in the building, half out of the building, smoking, like wanting to keep her body in the building, but smoking out of the building. We could have pestilence. I'm sorry? We could have famine. You're absolutely right, ma'am. We totally could have. It could totally be worse. Great perspective you have there, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. Then I think it was her daughter, because she looked slightly less older, but still, like quorum of dirt older. She pops her head in and
look at you chatting up boys in the hall again.
No, thank you. Just going to my room. Thanks. Okay. I get in my room and I'm like, all right, well, this is certainly one of those adventure things that I always want. And it had befallen me. So, well, now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this is an odd city, this is weird. Because here's the thing, the landscape of Albuquerque is like flat desert land out there and everything, and then these two giant mountains. And when we were filming, I saw the storm coming. That thing, that stuff you see in the movies where it's like, oh, the dust storm's coming. Like, no, you can see it from 100 miles away. Like, it's coming. And then that's what hit, knocked out all the power. And so it was like, well, So about 2 hours go by, and finally the power comes back on. And I think to myself, nice, now I can go out to a restaurant. Every time I travel somewhere, I don't want to eat at a place I always eat at. I want to eat at someplace new. And so I do do a Google search and Yelp search and all the other things and everything. I'd like my royalties for mentioning you guys. I search for all the different restaurants. I read all the reviews, and I come across this one. Now, it is called the Kraken Crab. And to my knowledge, they're only down there in that city. The one with that one. Kraken Crab seafood boil place. Now, I've never been to a seafood boil. Okay? Don't know anything about it. I go in, I sit down, I'm a lone dude. All the other groups of people are like huge groups of people. I'm kind of like, okay, cool. All right. So the guy comes over, I'm like, I don't know anything about this. Can you educate me? And he kind of was like, yes, no one knows about this. So yes, I'll educate you. And so he tells me about the different things, and I'm not very well versed in this, I'm afraid. And so I'm asking stupid questions, the questions that make them give me the look. The look that Wayne gives, that look. Yeah. I am sitting there thinking to myself, okay, don't be an idiot. Just like watch everybody else, perceive what they're doing, and then try to mimic it. Okay. And so I order some snow crab and some scallops and some shrimp. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Turns out they put all of it in this bag. They cook it up in some oil and some seasonings or whatever, and they just drop it on your table and say, okay, peace be the journey. Here's a bucket. Okay, cool. So I start digging into the stuff, and I'm doing my thing and everything, and I am not, I haven't eaten a lot of crab legs in my life. I haven't. I mean, I like the taste, but I never really order them. But so I got this big Alaskan not king, I don't know, it's some sort of crab, and I've got this leg, and I'm like, okay, so I take the little like cracky thing, I snap off one of the like the joint, you know what I'm saying, you know this already, you know how to take apart a crab. I take the snapper, I crack it, but nothing's happening, and so I think to myself, I know, I'm going to snap this thing in half, and then I'll just like dig the meat out like a Neanderthal. And so I do. I squeeze, and I go, and I flick my wrist, and when I do, it goes. Now, I was unaware, because I'm not what you would call a professional in the seafood space, that crab legs are also weapons. Yeah, because you can launch those suckers pretty far. So far that they actually strike a human sitting at the table next to you. I did. I looked at her like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. I think only me and her whole table, but her and me were the only ones who saw. But I don't know. For all I know, there's stories going around the city about, watch out. There's a crab shooting guy. He fires crab legs at people. I don't know. Like, she laughed, so that's a good thing. Better than pulling out like a shiv. So anyways, that was, it's like, check please, I need to leave right now. So that was that. So I pack everything up. It was delicious though. If you haven't been to one of those, you need to be to one of those. Okay, so good, really delicious. Just don't just like crack it like a normal way. Okay, do that. I know you're wanting more. I understand it. But the truth is, there's no more to be had. That was it. The adventure fairy was like, no, you've had your dose for the day. That's okay, because I went on the airplane, I got home, I woke up, and I filmed this for you guys, all right? Now I can go out there and have another adventure. But seriously, there's been quite a few things that have happened over the past couple of years here. So I will be telling some more stories. So, if you ever go visit Albuquerque, watch out for, crab legs and power outages. You'll see them coming. You'll see them coming. And until then, keep telling stories.